Hey everyone, boy, all I know is never let pain use your computer, ever. It was just Megadeth beer and old ass. I don't even know what old ass smells like, but that's what was coming from my computer. I think that this website was Megadeth beer and oldass.com. Hey man, that's a good idea. No, go to bed. Go drink your beer, Father Jack. Go. So, today we are back, and today is the 11th of October, and it's a very special day because of Canada. Happy Thanksgiving, America, happy Indigenous Day, and the rest of the world, chill out on Monday, man. It's all good, bruh. But today is such a special Streamin Demons. Dig this. This Streamin Demon actually spawns 3 What's Crackin'. That's right, not 1, not 2, but 3 What's Crackin' interviews from this single Streamin Demons. It's amazing. We have The Borrowed with Maleficent. I think that's a word. I didn't watch the movie. I don't know. There's no theaters by me. It's a pandemic. There's theaters, open places? Really? Oh, God. What can go wrong? And then The Old, or as Voodoo Priestess says, The Ancient, all the way from 1990 something, like the 90s are so ancient, jeez. Cast a deadly spell, but the cool and the brand newsies, and today's the premiere of it on T&E. Oh my gosh, T&E, October 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific time. It's Bathsheba, The Search for Evil. That's part 1 and part 2, and oh my gosh, if you love The Conjuring, you're gonna love this. I've seen it so many times. Well, I'll let Streamin Demons talk for you. And matter of fact, here we go. Extra long intro. Where's the music paying? Dude, what did I pay you for? Jim Phoenix here, and boy, do we have another exciting episode of Streamin Demons coming live in front of your naked, filthy little eyes. Today's episode of Streamin Demons, we have The Old with my former co-host, Voodoo Priestess. Say hello.
Am I still fired if I'm still here?
We'll talk about that later. And we have the brand new with, wait, that's me, Jim. I'm doing the brand new one. But we had The Borrowed with our guest host, Nicole. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Yay. And we're so happy to have you. We've been talking about this Borrowed movie for a while. And if you are new to Streamin Demons, we've got like 12,000 episodes. Like, what the fuck's your point at this point? You know, just go back to one of the 12,000 episodes and see me do this pitch. But we always let the guests go first. And Nicole, take it away.
Okay, so I borrowed Malignant, and I was very excited to see this movie because I'm a huge fan of the Conjuring series. And then I have to say it was a terrible disappointment.
Conjuring series? This is a Conjuring movie?
No, James Wan directed it, and he's the one who did the Conjuring movies.
Oh, okay.
Right.
You did lightning strike twice. Got it.
Yeah, so it's not part of the Conjuring series, and thank God. It was terrible. You can guess the twist ending right from the beginning. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but trust me, the movie ruins it for you for itself. The acting was not good. The dialogue was atrocious. There's not a single line in there that I think sounds like a realistic thing coming out of a human person's mouth.
How about dying giraffe's mouth?
Huh?
Wah, wah, wah. Not even that?
No.
Damn it, South Park probably with giant giraffes. Like,
the only good thing it had going for it was the effects. And there was a pretty cool fight scene in the middle.
Yes, like everyone who sees this movie, you should really just see it for that fight scene because it's totally badass and awesome. Like, I can't really say anything against a lot of Nicole's points because, like, there's a scene that I very distinctly remember in the theater where she's talking to her sister and it's like this big bomb just sort of drops, and she brings it out of nowhere for no reason, and the sister's just like, wow. And it's like, this kind of affects you too, and none of you care, really.
Someone always said, fuck your husband. Wow. Yeah. About dinner tonight? Like, wait, what?
Yeah, I know exactly the scene you're talking about.
That's
and it's like everything is either under or overacted.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the worst thing is? I really did like the movie.
Oh, wow. See, I knew Voodoo Priestess saw the movie. I believe they took a family member.
Yes, I took my mother. Like, she really liked the first half of the movie, and she didn't like it towards the end, but I really liked the last half of the movie, and the first half is kind of really hard to get through a little bit.
Nicole, you're just like, fuck all the movie.
The fight scene was cool, but the fight scene was not cool enough to sit through the 2 hours of my life that I wasted for the rest of the movie. I didn't like any of the characters. I think they could have done... It's such a cool premise. I will say that it is a cool idea that was executed terribly.
Honestly, to me, it kind of felt like it was executed like they wanted to do it in a bunch of different ways or have like a bunch of different stuff in it. And it like some scenes were done in going one direction and the other scenes were going in another, and there's another and another. So it's like kind of, I don't want to call it a mess, but it was kind of a mess where it feels Frankenstein together.
Frankenstein! I mean, was it? Yes. Frankenstein. Sorry.
You're right. It feels like they tried to please everybody and please nobody.
Also called Jim's marriage. But go on. Just kidding. I'm divorced.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, I wouldn't bother. There's far better horror movies out right now.
Wow. So that's a very strong aspect, and we all know there's movies we all had our hopes. Oh my gosh, this is the best movie you saw. Like, I really want to like it, but what the hell?
I think the worst thing about Malignant was like all the hype on the internet. Mm-hmm. Like, the hype was either it was the best fucking movie ever, and like everybody was agreeing with it, or you get a few people who are like, it's total shit or something, mm-hmm. and it's like very few voices in between where it's like, so.
You mean the people who were paid for publicity? Yeah.
No, I don't think it was them being paid for.
No. Why would we ever do an AI bot and just spam shit out like that? No. No.
I think it took itself very seriously. And so I think that it was that like Emperor's New Clothes kind of feel. Like there are people that thought they didn't enjoy it because they thought it went over their head, when really it was just boring. Like it wasn't even bad. This wasn't like The Room, where it's so bad it's entertaining to watch, or like that horrible movie we watched a couple years ago.
The Witch?
Not that one, no. Voodoo, the one we did for Bloody Marys.
Antichrist?
No, that one was terrible.
Bully? No, wait, I think that was a...
I know we did Antichrist. I know we did American Psycho. I know we did...
That was
Exorcist?
The Exorcist was the other one.
No, it wasn't Exorcist. It was the one where...
Blackbeard's
they had the
daughter?
Terrible effects and...
Or was that Blackbeard?
Was it a doll? It was like clowns and dolls and...
We are now talking about a Bloody Mary episode, which must tell you how bad this shit movie is.
Okay. But like at least that one had entertaining moments.
Remember when some movies were somewhat entertaining back in the day?
Yeah.
So okay,
like
how many Cthulhus would you give this?
Like a half of one. Like if you have a little relative coming over, like if you have a little relative coming over and they want to watch something scary and you don't want to handle any of their little kid scary stuff, you could put this on.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good spin for it. I'll take a half Cthulhu. And I'm not following that half Cthulhu because I don't want to be that big soundboard. Because I already hear people saying, "You give out ratings like candy. It's like Christmas at your house with your ratings set. Oh, there's like these fun Cthulhu stuffs." Okay, so Voodoo Priestess, what movie are you bringing?
So the one I did was old.
Okay. Sorry, I'm coughing.
It was old, and it was from like 1991. Yeah, 1991.
That's the old 91.
That's not old.
That's old. Y'all are old.
No, I'm going home.
What? That was like 30 years ago, right? Or
30.
no, 20.
Oh.
I can't count because I'm not 30.
Oh god.
Not even 30. I can't even.
I'm not facing this one. Okay, what was the movie?
Cast a Deadly Spell. And I was actually kind of surprised I never heard of it.
Me too.
It's streaming on HBO Max if you guys have it, but it has Julianne Moore in it, and Clancy Brown, and Fred Ward, who I don't know his name, but I recognize his face, so I'm pretty sure people know him.
The dude from the Wonder Years?
I don't know what that is.
No, that was Fred Savage.
Fred Savage, thank you.
But yeah, so basically this follows Howard Philip Lovecraft, or Harry Philip Lovecraft, sorry, but Harry, not Howard, but still.
Harry to his friends.
Yeah. He's a PI investigator, and one of the things I actually really, really loved about the movie is how it's like a crime noir thing. Put your hand down. It's a crime noir thing.
Jim Phoenix from the Haunted Montreal Press. So he's a private investigator? He's a PI investigator.
God
So he
damn
investigates
it.
PIs? Or like, what's his job? So he basically investigates private investigators. So he's like the private he's a PPI guy? No? Okay. Come on.
We haven't done Streamin Demons in forever, and this is why. Anywho, magic in the world exists, and it's a very known fact. Like, one of the first things when you
point guard in Laker
watch
history.
the film is cops bringing in a guy for murder using a voodoo doll. Like, that's how popular magic is in the world, where you can actually, like, arrest somebody on charges of murder with the magic. And I just thought that was like a really cool thing to have, like, this world built around it, but it's like a normal crime noir world thingy from the olden days or whatever. I don't know.
The olden days of 90? You fucking
No, I think
ass.
it's set a little bit. I think it's set a little bit before that. Who knows?
We had not really. we sort of had cell phones, but they were like, yeah, you wouldn't recognize them.
Anyway, so yeah, an old dude calls on Harry to go search for his Necronomicon that got stolen by a dude that wanted to bang his virgin daughter.
As one does. Wait, the dude wants to bang his own daughter or Harry's daughter or the guy's daughter?
No, the guy who stole the book from the old guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to bang the daughter, but then so the guy fired him, and we go on from there.
Wait.
And
the guy fired him not for stealing the book, but for wanting to bang his daughter?
He was, actually.
Well, stealing the book is fine. I was like, fuck it, just steal the book. But
No, he was very upset at the book. That's why the PI is there. I'm just saying that he stole the book after getting fired.
I'll be damned. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nicole looks distressed and weird. No.
I followed it.
I tried, but I think those out of order.
They do have really nice effects with, like, creatures. There's a gargoyle that comes to life and does murder. There are little gremlins running around, and they're evil cute. So stuff like that is really nice. They have zombies doing hard labor, which I thought was like a nice kind of touch, considering what zombies were. There are some things in the movie that have not aged well, and if you see it, you'll know. I can't actually mention it here because they're literally like big plot points. It's like, this has not aged well, but they're huge plot points, so I can't say they could have just taken it out. I guess they could have responded to it differently, but, you know, it was 90s or before the 90s even.
Was it HIV?
No.
No. Well, that's weird. A 90s horror movie that didn't do with HIV.
So is it like they were too... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it wasn't the effects that didn't age well. It's like situation things that happen.
Oh, okay.
And how the actors respond and treat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, without aging well, how many Cthulhus would you give it? We're at a half a Cthulhu right now, so...
Honestly, probably about 3.5.
3.5? Holy crap.
3.5 Cthulhus, because it was a fun movie at the end of the day. And for the things that didn't age well, the rest of the movie was kind of solid. And, you know, it was fun. What do you want from you? It was fun. I wasn't bored at any point during it.
That's good. And that's what a movie should do. You shouldn't be bored. You should be like, oh my God, is this movie over? No movie should make you do like, excuse me, Mr. Hobbit, I'm looking at you. Like the Hobbit trilogy. Why is that a fucking trilogy? 12 hours later. People are going to be throwing money at it no matter what. Shit, man. And Avatar got a sequel? Why?
Well, that's a whole, like, multiple movies. Like, that was always meant to be a multiple movie thing, though.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I guess I'm up next. And boy, do I have something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And as we're recording right now, the embargo is just getting lifted. So I can actually talk about it and then put this one out and go, yeah, look what we just talked about. And it's awesome. And I'm so glad, Nicole, you brought up The Conjuring. Because I have
Bathsheba, Search for Evil.
Part 1 and Part 2, which is airing October 11th, Monday, October 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Pacific time. So we kind of like get the East Coast, West Coast thing going on. Only on TNE channel. So all you Americans, suck it. We've got the best horror in the world, Canada. That's all I know. And The Conjuring, this Bathsheba movie's got The Conjuring. It's got the people from The Conjuring, not the people who made The Conjuring, but the people, the family. It gives a family time to interview and tell their side of the story, unfiltered from, who's it? John Wayne, John Woo, John Who.
You mean Wan? James Wan?
That one too. James Wan. Without his hands in it, without any type of Hollywood hand in the pie of trying to get a rating or not a rating. And this is directly of the story from the family. And I have to tell you, the father, Dick Van Dyke, 100%. If you see this, you're like, oh my God, it's Dick Van Dyke. Like, yeah, I know. Dick Van Dyke lives in a haunted house, apparently. But B, none of the people from the family, the Perron family, are lying. None of them are lying. Not one single fucking person is lying. It's amazing to see because we've all seen enough of the ghost type haunting stories, and you can just tell like the guy's lying out of his ass. I was like, oh yeah, my inn is haunted. Ooh, spooky! Come visit my inn. Nothing like that at all. It's 100% childhood traumas being kind of pieced out as adults. The best, if we really want to do the best part of it, the best part is going to be a moment where the Perron daughters go, no one believed me as a child, but as an adult, I can still process this, and I don't care if someone believes me now. I know what happened. I know how it affected my life. And they try to deal with this as an adult, like the childhood trauma as an adult. That, along with an actual paranormal investigator is going to be on scene, and the two people who own, that's right, someone who actually owns a Conjuring house, Jen and Corey Heinzen, are in it as well. And you can just see it from their point of view of someone who owns a famous haunted house. And it kind of turned into like a bed and breakfast for paranormal investigators, which is kind of a cool thing. With rules, by the way. You can't like provoke the ghost. You can't do certain things. You can't have exorcisms. You can't have cleansings or anything like that. And you have to be kind of respectful of, which is always nice to see. So you have this great big world swirling around of a documentary. This is a 2-part documentary that after watching The Conjuring, after getting into the Conjuring world, after listening to the Ed and Lorraine tapes and stuff like that, which, by the way, even more of that is unearthed directly from the fathers and daughters' mouths, directly from the family's mouths on how well or well not Ed and Lorraine Warren might have fit into this. So if we really want a behind the scenes part of it, I can't say enough about
Bathsheba, Search for Evil.
part 1 and part 2. Remember, Bathsheba's the evil woman. Well, spoiler alert, maybe not. Maybe she was just, gasp, a woman. And because of one person's twist, she gets vilified throughout time, right? So T&E channel, Bathsheba, Monday, October 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, usually 8 p.m. Central, unless you're in Saskatchewan and no daylight savings times. You figure that shit out yourself. You have a clock, look at it. Work on it all out without special effects. This is a movie without special effects whatsoever. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love it because it came genuinely. The people come across genuine. And anytime you can give me genuine horror, I'm there. I love genuine horror. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, nail biting spooky. It's just fascinating as a case study. I can't say enough about it.
And you're also saying that everyone in America can't watch it.
I could probably watch it. Go to the T&E channel. I don't know if the T&E channel is in America. It might just be the TE channel or whatever it is. I believe I used to see old T&E stuff while I was traveling across America, so I'm guessing it is in America. But I'm very proud that this is good old Canada sometimes, right? So if you've got time, great. If you don't got time, TiVo it. TiVo's still a thing, I'm not sure. VHS, you get your Betamax out. You want to see this. Do not miss the
Bathsheba, Search for Evil
special. It's a 2-parter. Boom. 1 part, 2-parter. It's very cool. On T&E, October 11th, Monday, at 9 p.m. Eastern Pacific. And how many stars would I give it? Ooh, 4.8 Cthulhus. By the way, not a 5, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why it's not a 5 without spoiling. Some things maybe go, oh, wait, what? No, back up. But nothing with the Perron family whatsoever. There's some things that happen in the investigation that maybe go, no, you don't want to do that. So that's why it's not a perfect 5. But 4.8, and guests of our show or speakers of our show or listeners of our show, my gosh, if you have time, you should check out Andrea Perron's book. It is amazing. It's House of Darkness, House of Light. And we have interviews not only with the owners of the house right now, Jen and Corey Heinzen, but we have an interview of Andrea Perron on What's Cracking, 100% coming out. And we will be giving away 4 copies of her books on Kindle. All 3 volumes of her book on Kindle. And it is a spiritual trip and a half. I do recommend everyone to read it if you haven't already. So that's how much I believe in this product. I'm pushing it all out. All cards on the table. Chips are down. Chips are up. Pimp up. Hold down. Whatever it is. 4.8 Cthulhu is my final answer. The end. Not bad. Everyone's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Oh, crap. Now we have to do plugs, don't we?
Yeah. By the way, it is absolutely time for plugs. So as Voodoo Priestess ruffles some paper bag or something like that.
Yeah.
Nicole, since you are the very first guest, the guest, what do you want to plug?
Everyone should go listen to AA on Haunted MTL.
Yes, I love it.
First 4 episodes out. Pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. AA was a magical little thing, and Nicole was being way too modest. She wrote and slaved and just went like, why, and then made it happen and did artwork, and it looks great, and the styles are beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's if you like the old radio shows, I think it fits perfectly. I think that's kind of what's missing now in podcast land, and I'm very guilty of having my own podcast, but it's the radio dramas. I love them, and I can't get enough of AA. Also, I won't make an AA joke, but it's that AA, and it's a different AA. So it's everything you think of and more. Only sort of maybe on Haunted MTL on our podcast streams. It's going to be putting out on iTunes, all sorts of that coming towards you, and Spotify's, as well as soon as Jimbo figures out how to effing do it. Sometimes YouTube channel. Yeah, which we're slow on cranking out. So absolutely. Zippy.
Yes. If you drink Arizona, try to find extra sweet because that's the best. Yeah.
Not a product placement, by the way. This is not a product placement. We get nothing from Arizona Company, nothing from there. Just anyone wonders.
That was just the only thing I had lying around my room.
Yeah.
I forgot. This was the last second thing again because shut up. But
because
also,
some former forever co-hosts don't realize we have a taping schedule. It's all good. It's all good.
Everyone drinks Arizona, so it's not like it's really a product placement. So
everyone drinks it, really?
Everyone drinks. You guys drink Arizona tea, right?
No, it's sweet as fuck, and it tastes like dog piss to me.
I'm sorry, it's nasty, and I'm kind of a tea purist.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why Nicole I'm a tea purist as well, and it's just like, look, McDonald's tea is actually better.
Wow.
I mean, that's not great either, but like...
No, but
just do your plugs. Leave
McDonald's
me alone.
tea is basically sugar plus ice cubes, by the way. Yeah, see, you thought you'd like, this is easy. Everyone likes tea. Like, yeah, we like tea. That's why we can't drink that garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. My plug is, our new sponsor, Arizona Tea. I love the taste of the new Arizona tea. No. I'm going to absolutely push the crap out of Queer as Hell, which is out on Amazon. You can get it as a Kindle. You can buy a book. Copies are flying off the shelves. We actually sold like over 200 books from Queer as Hell so far. Yeah, and the money is being divided up in different LGBTQ charities, including some grassroots ones, including some charities who give LGBTQ teens shelter, so they don't have to live in their asshole homes. They can get the fuck out a bit and like not have to absorb abuse all the time. And of course, the Trevor Project gets a little bit of a slice to help them with the anti-suicide movement. So that's my plug. Go buy Queer as Hell. And if you haven't written for Hells for Children for our next one for the Lumos Project, just drop us a line. That's it for me. Remember, if there's a movie that you watch and we haven't covered, well, I fucking want a cookie. Christ's sakes, there's like 12,000 new streaming services now. What the hell do you want? I mean, right, you can always suggest one of the movies, or maybe you two can be a guest on our show, and Evie can show, or Voodoo Priestess can show you her Arizona, Charlie can, whatever that was. Wow. So on behalf of myself, Jim Phoenix, and the two guest hosts, we got Nicole and the forever co-host, Voodoo Priestess. I bid you bye-byes. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bathsheba, search for evil.
I hear a cat.